What's up, ladies and gentlemen? Zoronden here, back with some Starcraft 2. We're going to have a Masters League game here on Whirlwind today. Let's go ahead and check out those combatants. Coming back for yet again another cast is going to be BiotSavart, and he is going to be the red Protoss in the top left. Coming up in the top right, going to be the blue Terran Juktilar. Juktilar. I think it's Juktilar. That's what we'll go with. Go ahead and bring up that production tab as well as we get right into the action here. I've been behind on these casts lately. I'm doing them the day of and releasing them the day of, and I don't like doing that. So I'm going to try and find some time here to be able to get myself caught up. But I still want to be able to bring content to you guys. I don't really want to skip a day. So at least for now, when I do them later at night, you can watch them the next day. So it's not like they're not there. They're just being posted at weird times right now. So I'm sure we can all deal with that for now, and it'll work itself out. Anyways, this should be a good match. BiotSavart has been sending me a lot of replays, and he's trying some cool tactics, some fun tactics, and I specifically picked this one out because I wanted to see what he did with it. So, and I don't know if he wins all the matches or if he ever sends me any losing ones. I wouldn't mind being sent some losing ones, but obviously one of the players is going to win. So, obviously BiotSavart is going to be scouting the far base, which is not where he's going to find his enemy. Probably allow Juktilar. Juktilar. I think it's got to be Juktilar. Anyways, probably going to allow him to get his wall off done here. I don't see any reason why it won't. That's a long ways across the map for BiotSavart's probe to go. In the meantime, his gateway is on the way. He's going to be dropping the next pylon here any second. I would assume one of these two guys are going to do that. And it looks like Juktilar might be going for that fast expand. He's got quite a few minerals. There goes the supply depot. So, oh, maybe not. He is going to go out and scout. So, may not be worrying about a wall off. May go straight for that fast expand. And indeed, that is the case. That guy going to throw up a command center right in place. And in there, it indeed is. That, of course, is going to allow this probe to get in. He's going to even run right by that Marine. I guess he's going to choose to run away, try to lure the Marine with him, I suppose. So, not getting the scout out, but definitely does know the fast expand's on the way. And I think that's just what Juktilar figured is, hey, I'm going to be fast expanding. He's going to know that's there anyways. Why worry about the wall off? It's not that important. And he's going to go ahead and do that now. And Juktilar is going to do the kind of same thing. He went to the same base, not the far base, but he's going to take the long route as well. At least, actually, even longer than BiotSavart. Going to run to every single base on the map unless he's psychic and just going to skip this left one. I don't see a trail for him, so I guess he's got nothing queued up at the moment. He's just traveling to one location, maybe. Usually you can see a queue for him. At least I could with the probe. I don't know why I can't now. Whatever. Not a big concern. As I throw the map all over the place. We do, of course, have the cyber core down, coming with the warp gate on the way. We do have a stalker. And it did look like the players paused there for a bit. I'm not sure what was going on. Somebody probably had to go to the bathroom, answer the door, you know, stop the police from breaking down the house. Breaking down the door? I don't think they break down houses. Whatever. Yes. Anyways, both players continuing to move along. We do, of course, have this Twilight Council on the way. We're going to be seeing some higher tech out of BiotSavart very quickly. And I'd be very interested to see what he does. Does he stick with the Zealot legs and blink, or does he go for something even higher? Perhaps some DTs. And indeed, there is that DT shrine. So, going to be coming out. And obviously, Juktilar is going to have some scans. However, for the moment, no E-base. So, he's definitely not going to be able to put up any turrets. So, if BiotSavart can catch him at the right time, he won't have any energy for scans, or at least not very much energy for scans. This is a situation where you want to drop in with more than one Dark Templar. 2 would be good, but 4 would be brilliant. You take 1 up into the main, put 1 at the natural, and they go to town. Most of the time, most players only have enough energy for no scans or 1 scan, and you're going to get some workers killed. And especially up here, what I would do is attack that natural first, hope he dumps the scan there, and of course then the top one can move in where there's a lot more SCVs, a lot more juicy bits to splatter. Does look like Juktilar is going to go for his own scout, finally getting up here. That guy, of course, won't get very far. He's going to get a little bit of Stalker and Tickle Beam to the face. And there we go. We do have that expansion, of course, coming down for BiotSavart. Obviously considerably behind Juktilar, but that is fairly normal for the Protoss, especially considering when Juktilar went for that fast expand. What do we have here? Double gateways coming down. I knew there were more gateways on the field. I just didn't know where, so we found them. There, of course, is proxy pylon. I would expect, of course, that is where the DTs came in from. Turret is now up, and that DT is going to be useless. He is not even going to get out with his life. A couple Widow Mines on the field as well. And unfortunately, that DT rush is already defeated. I mean, it's not going to get much use anymore. He could maybe skirt the edges of the tower here, but I mean, it's just not worth it anymore. It's better to abandon that and go for something else. However, he is warping in a DT right here, and maybe just going to use it for defense if he gets attacked, force Juktilar to scan. That's never a terrible idea if you already are invested in the DTs, especially if you would have gotten one out. Like if this guy would have gotten out of there alive, would have been a good tactic to just throw him in with your army that's defending, and it throws him off a little bit. Sometimes they'll throw down that scan and waste a mule. And you know, it's inches to miles here. Every little bit counts, so do what you can everywhere and you'll save up. So this Widow Mine is going on a journey here. I think he's just going to park. Yeah, going to park right outside the base of BiotSavart here and hope to catch him off guard on a move out. And even if he throws an OBS in his party here that would move out, the Widow Mine would still serve as a scout and honestly probably get its one shot off. Widow Mines typically get that shot off before dying. Especially if BiotSavart wasn't really looking for a Widow Mine, just kind of moving his army through there. So it's always something that's not bad. I mean, it can potentially waste the Widow Mine, but then again, scouting information can always be good, always important, and never a bad idea to have some scouting information. A lot of factories coming down by Juktilar. He's definitely going to be doing some mech building here. We do have a Warp Prism on the way, as well as Zealot Legs by BiotSavart. He's also throwing down a forge. I think it's just, yeah, it's just his first forge. So wanting to have potential for upgrades and maybe even cannons. And another gateway going to be going up as well. And there indeed is an OBS coming out. I suspected there would be one. Not a terribly needed thing, but then again, it always functions as a scout. Never a bad idea to have an OBS on the field, obviously. What I'm liking about Juktilar right now is all of these mechs he's throwing out. Getting Hellbats, getting the transformative, what is it even called? Gears? Servos, transformation servos. Got the siege tanks on the field, getting his siege vehicle or Terran vehicle will upgrade there. Is that, how'd they split up that armor? Okay, it's one armor for everything and one vehicle for each, for land and air. I always thought that change was interesting. I like it the Terran have a few less upgrades. They always had a few too many. Oh, that DT was in there sniping on that factory. I didn't even notice it. The scan, of course, comes down. DT really didn't do much. He might have killed a couple guys in there, but it wasn't much. I should have grabbed how many kills he had. However, in the meantime, using that double DT tactic, not sure how he really got those in. Maybe he snuck them along the line there. But, oh, Warp Prisms. Very nice. Completely not paying attention to that. And how many kills did that DT get? I think it got only 3, which not as many as he wanted, but at least it got some. You know, at least he found something useful out of that. A barracks moving into BiotSavart's natural. Not really going to do much with a barracks other than kind of permanent scouting or long-term scouting. The world's most expensive scout there. Do what you can, I guess. If you're not going to use the building, why not float it at your enemy? In the meantime, Juktilar moving out with a very big ball of mech here. Siege tanks, couple Marines, but a DT causing some trouble. Took out a Hellbat there and going for more kills. There's the scan going down and forcing that out. In the meantime, there is a DT going to work on this command center back here. And another scan going down there by BiotSavart. or by Juktilar rather. Not sure what he's doing with that scan. Not a good choice there. That was a wasted scan. And look at that, but BiotSavart forcing the liftoff of that orbital. In the meantime, a couple zealots are dropping in here. I don't think there was a DT in here. I think he just left that guy down here at this orbital. So in the meantime, little bits of harassment coming down from BiotSavart. But Juktilar is going for the throat. He's got a big mech army here and really wants to get in there. And ooh, some nice force fields. Maybe one too many, but definitely blocking that ramp off. Nobody's getting up there. Sieging up, he does take out a pylon. That's all he's going to get for now. And look at this, a warp prism moving in here, and there are very few anti-air units here. I think Juktilar is going to be forced to go home with only 4 Marines. He is backing up to the good group of Widow Mines, and I think BiotSavart might suspect that he's not going to move that warp prism in for the moment. He is establishing a third. There is indeed a cannon up there as well. In the meantime, the harassment continues on Juktilar's base. There are quite a few zealots in here, nothing to protect, and it looks like Juktilar is finally bringing the troops home, as these zealots have done some serious damage, stopped some serious mining, managing to take out tanks, all kinds of goodies. The DT is indeed warping in as well. Unfortunately, there is a turret right there. His DT is going to die pretty easily. He is going to manage to, not managing to snipe the tank. The zealot's going to charge in there. Needs one more swipe, the tank goes down. The zealots and DTs really getting their money's worth. In fact, bringing back the entire army of Juktilar to deal with just a few units. A very nice harassment defense, or kind of a harassment defense by BiotSavart there. And I don't know why I got the camera in the middle of nowhere. The orbital here is even burning. I think he's getting repaired. Yeah, he's getting repaired. Not very well. Yeah, he'll be fine. In the meantime, the Void Rays are going to blow up the barracks. It is no more. Most of his debris falling into the Grand Canyon of fog down there. There's a couple more cannons come over on this third. Probably not necessary, but he was sitting on quite a few funds and figured why the heck not, I guess. Obviously helped defend it. And we do have a thing on the Tempest on the way. Wow. I haven't seen a ton of Tempests, and I forgot what they were for a second. In the meantime, Juktilar's army is beefy again and moving around. Unfortunately, he still has so little anti-air in there. And another zealot attack coming in on the main. The SCVs are off the line, running away. They do not want a piece of these zealots, and the zealots are going to town. They're going to target the turrets. Should be very smart. Take the turrets out and drop some DTs. Ooh, can he get the Widow Mine? Definitely gets the Widow Mine before it burrows. There's a tank down there. At least one of these tanks, I suspect, is going to get sniped out. Oh, so close. Down to 4 hit points. Just barely surviving. A couple more zealots going down to those Hellbats. And is that Warp Prism even going to bother packing up? That is a bold Warp Prism. Just kind of taunting Juktilar, saying, you want a piece of me? Bring it on. You can't shoot up. Oh, something's shooting up. A Viking. Not shooting up, I guess. Shooting parallel. So that Warp Prism is going to finally be taken out. I wonder how many kills that Warp Prism was responsible for. It had to be at least 10 to 15 kills. Obviously, it didn't do it himself, but it was responsible for warping in all those juicy soldiers that did nice damage. Here comes this entire army. Will another scan be thrown down? Yes, indeed. Juktilar definitely spending a lot of minerals on scans. Of course, BiotSavart spending a lot of minerals on the Dark Templar. But in the meantime, it doesn't matter. BiotSavart is setting up a fourth, going for all those crystals, as his main is getting near mined out. He needs to do a swap very soon. In the meantime, though, his Skytoss army here is going to move out the 2 Void Rays, 3 Tempests. Of course, an Ob's not going to be able to shoot much with that. But definitely reinforced by a splattering of Zealots. That is a lot of Zealots, 22 Zealots. Don't often see that many Zealots at this level of play on the field. But going for those gas-heavy units with the Tempest and the Void Rays that kind of allowed him to get that many Zealots. And they're going to do so much damage to this mech army caught completely off guard. It is just getting liquefied, ripped through it completely. The mech army just falls. Of course, there is one almost the same size up here. And with the one anti-air thing gone, this army is just going to continue to peel through Juktilar's mech. Obviously, the ground troops of BiotSavart are pretty much gone at this point. He's got the Archons left and Stalker, but that's about it. A fourth, fifth Tempest is now joining the party, and these guys are just going to town, using the obs to scout ahead and just shooting everything. Juktilar just can't do anything. He's just got to sit here and feel the burn. And just one by one, Juktilar's army is getting ripped through. The Raven's going to come in, desperately try to do something. It almost gets sniped off. The Seeker missile is just going to do so little damage. Obviously, didn't even penetrate the shield. He would have needed a lot more of those. Juktilar does not call the GG, just bails on the game. And that was some really fun play by BiotSavart. I just loved the harassment as he just kept pummeling him with harassment, forcing Juktilar to not know what to do, to bring his whole army home. Juktilar probably should have committed for the base race. Probably could have pulled that off. There weren't a lot of troops in BiotSavart's, or in Juktilar's base from BiotSavart. So you never know. Games can always play out different ways. And it played out this way today. Check out this Archon without the energy ball on it. That's pretty cool looking. Anyways, guys, I'm Zoronden. Do send me some replays, zoronden@gmail.com. Any league is welcome. So if you just found me and you're playing in Bronze or Grandmasters, send me your replays. That would be awesome. I would love to cast you. Anyways, guys, do thumbs up and subscribe so we can bring you more Starcraft 2, because everybody loves more Starcraft 2. Anyways, guys, that is going to do it for me saying anyways, guys, like 8 times. Jeez. I have been Zoronden. I will catch you all on the other side.